there, and welcome. Welcome, fellow stargazers and seekers of the cosmic way. This is your Friday forecast for the week ahead, and that would be the most marvelous week of Monday, January 19th through Sunday, January 24th, 2021. And again, that's the week of January 19th through Sunday, January 24th, 2021. And welcome, welcome. It's Psychic Cynthia here, spiritual psychic Cynthia Killian. And I hope you all are holding it together well and finding a way to stay connected to your spiritual center, especially in these times when the outer world appears to be full of turbulence. So we'll talk about that a bit. But let's look at the larger cosmic themes for this week ahead, and then I'll fill you in on the finer details with the actual shifts. Actually, the big shift this week, well, there are many. So let's just first look at the larger themes. This is a very alchemical week. And what I mean by that, this is a week where you get the opportunity, like an alchemist, if you want to, you can change energies that are like lead into gold. If you're willing to make the effort to tap into your higher consciousness, because really the main thing that I see this week, the challenge and also the impetus, is for finding emotional liberation and seeking freedom from inner violence and inner hate. And I say that, and you'll understand in a minute more, but basically the planetary aspects, which are major in this week ahead, they are generating energies, at least on their lower levels, the expressions of their energies. These are energies of unrest, of extremism, of rebellion, of revolution, which, contrary to what people usually think about it, I guess people just don't think about it much. Revolution is a violent process. Often. Always, actually. If you read about revolutions of the past, they're always violent. And I'm not saying I'm for that, by the way. And this may be only occurring on an inner level, okay? It may be, and that's what we look at here. Mostly I focus on consciousness. Your consciousness, your spiritual path. But keep in mind, these energies do play themselves out in the outer external world. Especially the more unconscious a person is, the more they are lacking in awareness and not consciously engaging with their own soul, their own higher awareness. And listen, there's many people out there out there in the mainstream. It's still the majority. So we have many people who are very unconscious. It doesn't make them bad people. They could be great people, but they're unconscious. Unconscious just means asleep here. They're spiritually and energetically asleep, waiting to be awoken, though. Always waiting to be awoken. Don't forget that part. And we were all asleep once. So there's only compassion for those who are still asleep. But we do need to understand that the more a person is asleep, and all these people who are asleep, they're going to tend to play these energies out in the outer world because they're not engaging in their inner world sufficiently. When you engage in these energies on an energetic level, in other words, internally and energetically, when you start to engage with and work these energies, then yes, they'll still play out in the outer world, but it will be at a higher level or a softer vibration, a more helpful vibration. But if you're not consciously working with the energies, if you're not recognizing them, seeing the messages they're trying to teach you, then they tend to just wreak havoc in the outer world. And that's what we've been seeing in the last week or two. And frankly, I think we're going to see more of that in the week ahead. Keep in mind, though, that we have those of us who are more aware, those of us who are conscious, more conscious, we have an ability to work with these energies, to engage them, to help elevate them, at least for ourselves. And if you can elevate the effects of these very chaotic, intense energies, if you can lift them up within yourself, then that energy is going to radiate out to everyone around you. And if enough of us do that, it will help to at least soften and mitigate some of these chaotic energies that we're seeing in the week ahead, because these are not easy energies, okay? So I want to start with that. And really, I feel like the theme this week is lifting the vibrations and transforming lead into gold. And it's up to you, fellow light workers, fellow cosmic seekers, stargazers, those of you on a spiritual psychic path. It's up to me and to you to help lift the consciousness, because the people in the mainstream aren't going to do it right now. That's what this astrology is telling me, okay? So if you can, in this week ahead, focus on, as always, you should focus on connecting with your higher self. But it may be more difficult this week, okay? So focus on what I call transmutation. That is like transformation, but it's taking a substance, in this case, the substance, the spiritual substance of these very difficult energies, and changing them into something higher, something more beneficial. So we want to transmit, we want to burn off the dross. We want to purge the negativity. And that's the purpose of these energies, by the way. If you want to know why is all this stuff happening, it's bringing up karma to be purged, to be released. The problem is that most people don't realize that this is a cleansing, and the purpose of it is to cleanse. And that's another theme you can focus on in this week ahead: spiritual and emotional cleansing. And yes, it does help to actually clean out your house some and clean out your ratty drawers and all that. Also on a physical level, physical cleansing can help to support emotional and spiritual cleansing. So if you're not sure where to start in your emotional or spiritual cleansing, maybe start with a little physical cleansing, but then work your way up into what you need to release internally, what you need to face. And that will help lift the vibration of the planet. You know, it's not just good for you right now. I mean, the planet needs us. It needs people who can transcend the chaos. Because again, these energies that we're having right now are extremely chaotic. They are full of upheaval and unrest. They are not conducive to peace. Okay? But again, for those of us who wish to be alchemists, we can take these difficult energies and transform them into something else. Okay, so that's my opening. Let's just take a few deep breaths in here.